there was someone once that I was praying with, and this person was talking about how consistently every night she used to be harassed by this man that used to come to her room every night and sleep with her. She said, so she used to be so afraid of going to sleep because this person will come in the middle of the night. She said sometimes throughout the night she was having sexual encounters. She'll wake up crying, but I'm born again. I believe in Jesus. Why is this still happening? So I began to answer. So for the first time, the passion of a pastor, I'm like, no, in the name of Jesus, let us rebuke this thing. As we rebuke, you come back the next day, he came again today. I started thinking to myself, is it that I'm powerless or what is happening? And God said to me, the frequency of the attack, the audacity of the attacker should tell you that there's a legal stronghold that he has. So he says, go back and tell her, do a research with her and make a careful exploration of her life. So I started to ask critical questions like, your father, who is your father? I said, because it is the person in the house that opens the door for the person outside. There's a certain level of exposure that should tell you that an inner strong man opened the door for an outer strong man to enter. And then the person started explaining how the father used to be involved in a lot of occultism and stuff like that. It started to make sense. Because on that level of occultic engagement, you need to trade. And they usually ask you to trade with what is most precious to you. Many times it's your children. Now, they may not kill the child, but they may be coming for the essence of the child's life consistently as payment for the power you got. And the essence is usually transferred through sexual encounters. So I said, okay, so we have to begin to renounce every agreement your father made on that occultic altar. Now, the second thing I started speaking to her about was about your own purification. And then as we go forward, I realized this person was always into pornography.
Wow.
Pornography, masturbation, and stuff like that.
So the gate was perpetually open. The gate was perpetually
beyond what the father had done.
She created a highway for
And so what the familiar spirits do is they just have an entire file of all the struggles, weaknesses, covenants, and stuff. And that's why the Bible spoke about if a demon is cast out of a person, it comes back looking, is there space? It comes back 7 times stronger. So I say to some people, sometimes it is best to not deliver a person, because if you deliver them and they don't hold on to the protocols by which their deliverance is preserved, they become worse off than before. So in her case, I realized that what was going on was for every time we bound the strong man and we eradicated the person, and she went back to those habits and those things, the strong man will come even 7 times stronger. So the effect kept increasing over and over again. So for the deliverance to be fully instituted, I said to her, let's not bind him for a while. Come back to the faith. Let us go back to foundational scriptural teachings on holiness, righteousness, consecration. Deal in God. Deal with the things that you are really struggling with. Go back and ask the Lord to help you to adhere. So as she went back to the journey of the foundations of her faith, reinstituting spiritual order and spiritual governance, then it was a case of, let us fast and pray. Renounce these things, break these things. And as that was done, there was no return of the affliction, because she had gone back to governance